Hi, thank you so much for coming to watch and listen to my video. Personally, for me, the energies today are quite intense, so I just felt like it would be a good day to do a pick a card reading, and hopefully bring clarity, even if it's just to one person. So if you are feeling really emotional today, in particular, it's because every year around the 8th day of the 8th month, there is a cosmic alignment called the Lion's Gateway. It's a time of increased cosmic energy flowing between the physical and spiritual realm. Okay, this energy is all about more fully awakening divine light and embodying divinity within a physical form. Okay, so I have two options today, and I'm gonna get straight into it. So for option one, the first card that I have for you is Take Flight. Okay, so this card came upside down, so that changes things a little bit, but I am going to read the description from the guidebook and then I'll get more into it for you. So it's time to come out of seclusion. You no longer need to hide or try to protect yourself from the world around you. You are moving into a new stage of your life where stepping out is important for your emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. It's time to start making new friends and social connections. You might find yourself being drawn to join groups, take classes, or engage in social activities, just as the butterfly is drawn to a flower's nectar. You will find that getting out into the world and being with others will be a source of soul food for you. Through these interactions with people and groups, you will start to feel more confident in yourself. You will see and feel yourself blossoming in a very natural and comfortable way. The energy of the butterfly is gentle, joyful, and purposeful. You will directly experience this energy and exude it as you move out into your social surroundings. Not only is this an important part of developing self-esteem and a sense of belonging, it is a vital piece in your discovery of your gifts and special talents. Your soul is ready to shine its light. It is only your human mind that feels it is not ready. Be brave and let yourself out of the cocoon of protection you have created. You cannot fight your destiny. You can only fight yourself. It's time to take flight. You know how the universe works. Like it or not, if there's something we're meant to be doing, we will eventually find ourselves doing it, no matter how much we resist it. So take a deep breath and take just one step forward to what brings you joy. The rest will take care of itself. Okay, so that was the guidebook explanation for Take Flight, but because it is upside down, this causes me to think that you know that it is time to move on, whether it is from your job, your current home, your relationship, or any situation that you have outgrown, but for some reason you just feel afraid. I know personally myself, I'm not good with change at all. I like my environment to always be familiar. I like to stick to the people that I know. And sometimes I probably seem like I'm quite the extrovert, but to be honest, I am not. So I can understand if you're feeling like, the pressure that I don't want things to change. I'm comfortable with the way things are, or you are ready to move on, but you just don't know which way to go. Okay, but when you feel like this at times. I find that meditation is one of the best ways to just get you back and centered, and just putting out that intention to the universe, to God, to your angels, to your ancestors, whoever it is that you recognize, or your belief systems, whatever it is. Ask for the information that you need, ask where your next step should be, and have faith that you will be given the answers that you need, and then that it will all start to make sense for you. Okay, so you are being urged. In fact, I feel like you know it is time to move on, but you're just really scared. So don't take too long in that state, because there are certain things that need to happen for you. And the longer you take, it's just gonna delay your path to your happiness. And that's the funny part, is majority of the times when we are holding back or we're afraid to make a change, funny enough, after we have finally gotten to that point, we wonder why it took us so long, and things start making sense eventually. So it might be really scary and emotional, and you don't know what to do, but just take a deep breath, meditate, go for a walk, spend time around people that you love, and you will get the answers that you need, or the push that you need to get going. Okay, so the second card for option 1 is the Empress. Okay, so the Empress says the planning phase of your endeavor is now over. Congratulations, you've done excellent work sorting out what you're trying to accomplish and what you need in order to be a success. Now it's time to get busy. No more contemplating the perfect strategy. If there's a detail that seems to be missing from your plans, it will reveal itself as you move forward. I feel like this is just what I was just saying anyways. So fix your eyes on the horizon and get going. Creative endeavors are especially favored right now. This can include the desire to have children or taking up a new project that you consider to be your baby. Whenever possible, try to add an artistic flair to each step along the way. Infuse your tasks, great and small, with joy and the knowledge that nothing can hold you back. Our Empress stands in a chapel courtyard, symbolic of the source of inspiration. The infant wearing a hat inside a snow pea shell demonstrates to the Empress the importance of creating something new. This may be the birth of a child or the beginning of an exciting new endeavor. Okay, so I think this ties in very well to the first card, Take Flight. I know that you've been afraid or scared, or you just don't know which way to go, but the thing is, your energy is coming in as the Empress, and this is the queen of all queens. The Empress embodies the queen of winter, the queen of summer, the queen of spring, and the queen of autumn. She is all around the mother of all mothers. She is very fertile, and honestly, she's a bad bitch. Like, there's nothing that she can't do. And I feel that today's energy, the Lionsgate portal energy, is just pushing you to get out, because there's so much greatness that's coming straight towards you. If only you could just take one step. And like I was saying earlier, you might feel like you don't even know where you're going, if this is going to work out with this card. Hell yeah, it's definitely going to work out for you. And you need to stop being afraid and being so fearful of what's in your future. Okay? Every single answer that you need Every single thing that you need, it will be given to you. And you have to remember, again, like Take Flight was saying, you gotta be brave, okay? And you cannot fight your destiny. It says you can only fight yourself. And it doesn't matter whether you like it or you don't. If there's something that you are meant to do, if this is part of your destiny, no matter how long it takes you or how much you resist it, you will find yourself where you are supposed to be. So don't make anything harder for you, okay? Don't take too long. And I'm just urging you to get going sooner than later, because right now is the right time to harness the Lionsgate energy. And I just want to talk about something while we're at this. So the symbol for the Lionsgate wall, the 8-8, that's very similar to the infinity symbol. Okay, and 8 is a number of abundance and wealth. So I just feel like if you take too long, you're stopping a lot of things from happening for you. And with the Empress energy coming in, it's like it's so much bigger than you ever expect. It's so much bigger than you can fathom. And maybe that's why it's a little bit scary for you. You know you gotta go, but there's something holding you back. And if it's a matter of, okay, where do I go? Don't worry, just take one step. You know you love this creative thing that you want to do. You know, write your business plan. Even if it's just a short version, start there. You don't even have to have money, because this is your destiny. The universe, God, your ancestor, whoever, they have already lined it up for you. It's already been done for you. All you have to do is do your part of the job in the 3D world. In the 5D world, you already have everything that you have been hoping and wishing for. It's just time for you to take flight and grab it. Okay, and then the last card for the first group is very soon. So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. Like, if this is not synchronistic enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. This is, if you pick this, there's a lot of amazing things happening, but they are coming sooner that you know. Okay, so this card asks you, what do you want? And demands very clear and specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you what you asked for. When you complain about what you asked, when you complain about what served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. Okay? As soon as you're perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your requests with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. Okay, it's just mind-blowing to me how all these cards, these 3 cards for option 1, they literally are saying the same thing. You have to get going. There is so much more waiting for you on the other side, if only you knew what it is that you wanted. at this point, you can manifest whatever it is. And the very soon card, this is a love card as well. So what is it? Whether it's career-wise, family-wise, romance-wise, what is it that you want? Okay? And you don't have very much time. I know you're feeling stagnant. You don't know which way to go, or maybe you're just overwhelmed with the options that you currently have. But again, ask for assistance, ask for clarity. When I usually in that fog, I literally say to myself, okay, we have no idea what we're doing at the moment, so I'm calling in my angels and my guides to let me know what it is that I need to know, or the next step for me to move. And sometimes you can say, show me a feather. If I run along a feather, tell me that this is the right decision after you've made a decision. Just show me signs, and you let them know what sign you want to let you know which decision you can make or you have to make. Okay, so there's so much. This is a very positive card, and honestly, the only person that's holding you back right now is yourself, because it's overwhelming. It's a very huge beginning. It's a very, you have to start expanding. And so don't be afraid of fear. Like, don't be afraid of failing. There's no failing for me. It's only learning. Okay, you have some very amazing things coming up for you, and so I hope that it'll make sense and is clear for you. Okay, thank you so much, option 1. I hope this has given you all the clarity that you need. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message, whether it's on YouTube or through my personal Instagram. Okay, bye. Alright, so on to option number 2. Okay, so if you picked option number 2, I have some very exciting news for you. This is just beautiful. I can't believe it. Okay, so if you pick number 2, the energies of the Lionsgate portal for you today, honey, you've been manifesting. Okay, so the first card for option number 2 is commitment. Okay, so you are being asked to make some sort of commitment. It is both a promise and a responsibility. This could be in a connection with a relationship, such as moving in together, deciding to get married, or having a child. The commitment card can also point to other types of commitments, such as starting a new business, planning a vacation with friends, signing up for classes, or taking on any type of long-term project. This commitment is a binding one, and you will not be able to get out of it easily should you change your mind later. This is signified by the bowl-like symbol in the fractal image of the card. I'm sorry you can't see it, but whatever the case may be, this commitment does hold soul lessons and was planned before you came here. This does not mean that it is either good or bad, but simply means that this is a fated event. You and the others involved in this situation are fulfilling your soul agreements with each other. This card can also be calling you to make a serious commitment to yourself, whether it is to lose weight, quit smoking, start a yoga class, or go for some healing sessions. You may also need to reassess any previous commitments you have made to discern whether they are still right for you. It would also be wise to look closely at the commitments others have made to you and assess whether they are fulfilling their promise. It might be time to release them from their commitment. You may be wavering in your decision about a certain commitment. Lean towards the idea that this might actually be the right thing for you to do. Spirit usually replies to the things which are most important to us at the moment. This card can act as a validation that you are heading in the right direction. Okay, so that is the commitment card. So what's very interesting to me is that the second option almost feels like a continuation to option one. So if you didn't listen to the beginning of the audio, just go back and start from the beginning, and as it goes, you can see that this is almost a continuation from that start. Anyways, so you do have an incredible commitment. It does say it could be in business or friendships, whatever, any other types of situations that you would need to get together with somebody in a serious commitment. But for me, honestly, I am feeling like this is love. No doubt. This is a huge love commitment that's coming through, and for it to come through the 8-8 Lionsgate, this is a love for the stars. This was meant to be. So if you were in a situation and you were feeling like, well, I don't know what's going on, everything feels stagnant, I feel like nothing's moving on, or you're just not too sure if this is the right person for you. And so if you pick number 2, this is confirmation that you have the right person, the one that you're supposed to be with for quite some time, if not for the rest of your life. And this is part of your destiny. Honestly, this person that you're coming together and building together with, this was meant from the start. Before you were even born, you made a commitment with this person that when we come to Earth and we get into this 3D world, I need you there with me. And that's exactly what's going on, because the second card for option number 2 is the wedding card. This situation involves a marriage. Okay, so the wedding card says you drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married. And it asks you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something there that will lead to a new romance for you. It can also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. In a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationship. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel, and sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. I don't know, I just love this card. I mean, what else can I say? You have the commitment card and you have the wedding card. So again, if you had been confused about somebody, there's no confusion. All these cards came up upright. Okay, and the third card, 10 of Autumn, another one of my favorite cards. And this is take steps to ensure the financial security of your children and or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. I know this card by heart to the core, but I usually just like to read it out for everybody else. So, Ten of Autumn. Family connections are extremely important. Honor your heritage and be proud of who you are. Share your history with your children or other family members. Embrace the positive and release any negative past events. Begin investing in your future. Make plans that include caring for your family financially in terms of future education, healthcare, or retirement. Prepare now so that you can be free of financial worry later in life. Even if you're young and can spare only a little sum each month, it will really add up over the years. A happy family spends time together underneath a harvest gold of pears. The pears are a symbol of prosperity that will provide for their needs for years to come. Wow. Okay. So this is what the Lionsgate portal is bringing to you. A very strong commitment, a very strong family, a very strong home environment. This is the perfect image. Of course, nothing is ever going to be perfect, but this would be everything that you've dreamed of. This relationship, this marriage, this is very fulfilling to you. And if you're having to blend families, it's gonna blend really well and everybody's going to be happy. And it's just, I don't know what else to say. This is a very positive energy, a very happy commitments, just people that really love together and their family support it, and it's just beautiful. Okay, and this option 2 ended up being quicker than option 1 because it's straightforward. There's no ifs and buts. It's just commitment coming in, a very strong, and I would like to think very soon. A commitment, a wedding, a happy family. Amazing manifesting. So I think that's it for me here. I hope this has brought some clarity for anybody that listens to this. And I hope it brings you the peace that you need. If you have been feeling emotional like I have been today, I hope it clears up, and don't be afraid. It's such big, huge energies, and we've been dealing with quite a lot this summer. I must say this has been one of the most emotionally draining summers of my entire life. But there was also some major changes and some major growth that had to be forced upon me because I do not like change. And so I feel like this is the same energy from everybody. We're being elevated, we're being put where we're supposed to be, and whether we like it or not, we will end up where we are supposed to be. But the funny thing is, the universe is pushing us to what will ultimately make us very happy. Whatever changes that happen to you, just know that they are for the best, they are for your highest good, and it's part of your destiny. So don't delay that for yourself, because you have so much to enjoy in your future. You have better things coming up for you in your future. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all, and you have an amazing rest of your day.